Hello guys, I'm rocking a new hat. I wore it to college the other day, and today, my friends, is Monday. And this Monday, I'm going to be naming my best moments from 2025 that I went through. This is going to be the first video that's not a negative video. That's actually going to make it to the video section, not the shorts section, as my shorts have 3 videos of me walking. But this video is the first video I'm going to make properly. Still, I've decided no editing. I want my work to be authentic until I have more equipment, better equipment. So I don't just have to use fucking shit ass CapCut to do all my editing for me. So, if we think back to January, nothing much really strikes me in January that I can think of anyway. From all I can think of, that I can remember. So what have been my best moment? This is my best moments video. So if I can't remember them, they obviously weren't my best moments. What do I remember? The first one I remember. But fast forwarding straight from the new year. Oh shit, yeah. Let's talk about the new year. New Year's Eve / New Year's Day. The first couple of hours of New Year's Day, I suppose. Went to the pub. It was a lovely time. I had an amazing time when I was there, if I'm honest. It was fantastic. It was the biggest atmosphere in that pub I'd ever seen. And I loved it. I loved every minute of it. It was fun. There was loads of songs that I knew that were being sung. There was fucking bingo. There was all sorts of shit. And it was an amazing night. Did games. Yeah. It was a really good night, if I'm honest. It was an actual New Year's celebration. Because there was nobody. Never mind. Anyway, fast forward straight from January to May. Because I cannot remember anything else from January through April. There will have been something. But if I remember it, we'll come back to it later. I'm tired. Not slept all weekend. Been awake all weekend. So, that's meant. Anyway. May. My 16th birthday. It's easy to remember that one. Obviously, with it being my birthday. I think everyone remembers their 16th birthday. Unless you have dementia. Or Alzheimer's. If you have any of those, you probably won't remember your 16th birthday. Fucking hell. Yeah, no. I should have just kept the hat on. On my 16th birthday, the 21st of May, 2025, I ended up going downstairs, having breakfast, opening my gifts from my mother, which were really quite good. I'm still pleased with it, you know. I still have the stuff I got on my shelves, obviously. Why would I not? You know? Looking at my shelf, I see one. I see one, I see two. There will be more somewhere. I just can't see them as of this very second. But yeah. I remember it very well. The 16th. It was a good day, I will say. Other than the fact of running off about 2 hours sleep and having a French exam on that day wasn't the best feature of that day. But what did happen was I finished school that day and I went to my granddad's house. I always remember them memories, going to my granddad's house. They were always the best times. Most good things happened at my granddad's house. And I went there after school, had a nice time, had my birthday tea, my granddad's homemade sausage rolls. They were amazing. Honestly, you guys should envy me because you've not tasted them. Anyway, enough flexing about my late grandfather's sausage rolls. Homemade, mind you. But you haven't had my granddad's homemade sausage rolls, have you? Yeah, man. Anyway. And then I opened my presents there. There is a lot of stuff around here that I can see. Some of which I can't quite remember. But I do remember getting them. I just can't remember what exactly it was. I do remember getting a sword from Kian. I got the Sanemi katana from Demon Slayer from Kian on my... No, I got that on my... Fucking hell, what? I think it was my 16th, actually. It was either my 15th or my 16th. It was one of the two. Anyway, the year doesn't matter. It's the fact that I got it anyway. I remember getting a game for the Xbox. I can't remember which game it was. All I know is that I enjoyed it. And also... Fucking hell. I might have to go to sleep after this. I've not slept all weekend. I've not slept since Thursday. Anyway. Then we fast forward to July. Wait, no. The end of June. The 21st and the 22nd of June. Wait, no, the 20th. No, it was the 21st and the 22nd of June. Me and Kian, we went to Leeds Anime and Gaming Festival at the Marriott Hotel in Leeds City Centre, obviously. The first day, on the 21st, I went as Guillaume Himejima from Demon Slayer. Allow me. I'm not putting it on, I'm just going to show you all. I did Guillaume. And Kian did Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, we only had tickets for that first day, but we just needed the tickets to get inside, not to actually stand around the venue. There was still a massive outside section that we could have stood in. And we did, for quite a good few hours as well, mind you. And the second day, we did still go to it. Kian did Toji Fushiguro from Jujutsu Kaisen, and I did Sanemi from Demon Slayer. And to pull off said outfit, I made this myself. I am really pleased with how it turned out. I did all the dimensions and stuff as well as I could, as well as I physically could with a school shirt, so you can see the thingy better. But yeah, I did it myself. I found an old school shirt. I cut it up, used about 3 permanent markers to get it done. It was a really good day. There is a lot of pictures that I have. Well, had. I just don't have them anymore. They will be somewhere. I remember when I went, I sent all the pictures to my granddad on WhatsApp. I knew he wouldn't see them, but I sent them to him anyway. So I'm sure if I asked my nan, unless she deleted all the chats and stuff, I'm sure if I asked her to go onto my granddad's phone, because she still has to use that every now and then for stuff. I'm sure if I ask her to, she'd send me them. I'm sure she'd forward me them from my granddad's phone. And what is it? I'm going to backtrack now to a couple of days before, the 20th of June, 2025. Now, the 20th of June, I had my first ever college-related experience. Leeds College of Buildings Open Day, where we'd go in, a group of us, people who'd applied for the college, and they'd show us around the building, essentially, on where we'd be, on how to get there, potential places we could have been placed. And that same day, I went with my cousin, because I refused to go by myself. I was still nervous going into town, into Bradford Town Centre on my own. Bradford Town Centre on my own. And I did that, and I've done that a couple of times at this point. So my cousin, who was 24 at the time, took me and sat in the lobby bit, in the little social area. And then when I come out, we were going to go straight for the bus. I went, oh, can we go Greggs? I quite fancy some mozzarella bites. She goes, yeah. They didn't have any mozzarella bites. I go, okay, we can just go for the bus. She goes, do you want to go for actual food? So I'm like, are you sure? She goes, yeah, I mean, I got paid recently. I've got money to go to Leeds Trinity Food Court or whatever. So that was the first time I'd ever been to the food court in Leeds. Ooh. A bit of sick came up then. Don't care if that's TMI. This is my channel. If I want my videos to be TMI, too much information for all you sausages that don't know abbreviations. If I want my content to feature too much information, I'm gonna do exactly that. Because I can do that. This is my channel. I'm recording on my phone, in my bedroom, and uploading to my YouTube channel. This is the world is my oyster when I'm on YouTube. The channel is my oyster. And I will do anything I want on this channel. Because who's gonna fucking stop me? Anyway, so we went to the food court. We had this burger stand. I got a Wagyu patty in a burger with pulled pork and all sorts of lovely stuff on it. It was really good. I do still have the picture somewhere. I just will. I know I have the photo somewhere. I'm sure if I search far enough I will find it. Like I said, I'm not doing any editing on this video because my work is authentic and I want to see how long I can keep doing videos and being somewhat successful before I have to start editing videos. Anyway. Oh, fucking hair is so uneven, bro. One side is longer than the other. Fucking... To be fair... Yeah, this side's fucking longer. Not by much. But then again, most of my hair does swoop over to my left side. Rather, this side doesn't feel like it does as much. This side also cooperates a lot better. It looks a lot shorter on this side than it does on this side. That might just be the way that it, like, flows or whatever fucking bullshit saying people say now. I'm not a fan of this. When I had my hair like that, I looked like I got touched by Jeffrey Epstein. Anyway, that was... Wow. That was an odd thing to say. It was odd and it didn't really make sense. My hair looked like I got touched by Jeffrey Epstein. Moving on. Fast forward to fucking whenever. What else did I do this year? What did I do this year? GCSE results. The ones that I can remember. I'm not going to tell you. I'm pretty ashamed of my results for English especially. But I will tell you some of the ones I'm proud of. Art. I got a grade 4. I was one singular mark off a grade 5. For media studies, I got a level 1 distinction. Fucking hell. Yeah, level 1 distinction in media. Grade 4 in art. I got a grade 3 in maths. And overall, I got a grade 3 on English, technically. Well, no, my English grade were a bit too low. It was my English literature grade. No, my English language. They were too low. I got a grade 1. And I got a grade 2 on English literature. So, I would have been in the big college building. But my English grades were too low, so they stuck me in the special building for the entry level and the level 1s. I didn't expect there to be as many people in that building as there actually is. I wasn't really expecting it. I'm like, right, I don't feel as stupid anymore. There's a lot more people in here than I expected there to be. But putting this fucking hat back on. My hair's really pissing me off. If it stops being a twat, technical difficulties. Anyway, yeah. Then I managed to finally enroll in college. Spoiler, it wasn't Leeds College of Building. I don't know why, but for the record, I feel terrible about it. But I kind of left my mate Jaden to go by himself. We fully went to enrollment and everything together. We'd have been in the same group. Same course, same timings, obviously because we're in the same group. But I could have been with Jaden for 7 to 8 hours a day. Maybe even 9 or 10, depending on if we did anything before or after college. I was very tempted to do Leeds because Zach, Kian, Jaden. But then my nan said something that really did get through to me eventually. That that Leeds wasn't as practical than Bradford was. Bradford was a lot easier for me to get to. If need be, it'd be an hour walk, whereas it'd take me 3 hours minimum to walk into Leeds city centre. I don't even know how long it'd take to walk into the fucking city centre. But it'd take me like an hour to get from my house to my college building, depending on traffic. And depending on the route I took. Or route, whatever it is. But depending on the way that I go, I could get to my college building in about an hour from my house. Maybe quicker. I'm not too sure. Then again, I do just get bus though. But it was more practical because if it snowed heavily and the buses weren't working, or if my buses kept getting cancelled, I still had a way to get to college. Because once you start college, getting there's your priority. They're not gonna fucking help you out. So it's down to you to turn up. But yeah, I ended up switching college. I met Jamie, I met Thomas, which brings me on to September. September was fucking intense. Pretty much, first day was on the Monday. Obviously, the Sunday was the 7th. The 6th was a Saturday. On the 5th, on the Friday the 5th, is when I went to the last minute enrolments for my current college. And it took me hours. Honestly, it took hours. It took about 3 to 4 hours because they kept finding loads of technical difficulties in my course and like my stuff, which kept me there for so much longer. But on the 8th, when I actually started, when I started on the 8th, I immediately made a friend. I went to the room they said I was supposed to be in, and there was a person stood outside. Bear in mind, I was the first one there, but then another person came in. He was wearing all black, hoodie, cargos, hood up. I went to him. I went, "Excuse me, pal." He goes, "Yeah." I go, "You in 2FO2 for media? Digital media level 1? He goes, "Yeah." I go, "No," I asked for the tutor's name. And he goes, "Yeah." We stood out there for a while before another teacher, which turned out to be his mother, apparently, told us that he wasn't in because he had a sports injury. So we had her for the day. We finished half day that day. We did like 2 sessions that day. I think we made it to lunchtime. So yeah, 2 sessions. Then we went home. Pretty much got into that room and I asked for the person's name. Of course, my name's Thomas. And there was a person that Thomas was sat with because he recognised him from his high school, and he turned out to be called Jamie. If it wasn't for me building up the confidence to speak to Thomas, me, a person with crippling social anxiety, spoke to a person, and if I didn't, Christ, I fear that my life would be a lot different. Compared to now. Because I don't think if I spoke to Thomas, I don't think I'd have really become brilliant friends with Thomas and Jamie. I remember it very well. I was wearing a black t-shirt and green cargos and my boots and a beanie, mind you, and my glasses. The glasses are over there, the beanie's over there, cargos are in the drawer, black t-shirts in my wash basket, and my boots on my floor. Anyway, for months, for like 2 months, me, Thomas and Jamie, on the days that we actually showed up to college, Jamie showed up all day every day unless he was on holiday or ill. But if he was well, Jamie was in all day, every day. And to be fair, during the first 6 weeks, I didn't show up to 3 weeks worth of lessons. But here's the thing. I had a good reason. I didn't want to. If you ask me, that's the best reason ever. But safe to say they disagreed. Safe to say my mother disagreed. Safe to say everyone disagreed, bar Thomas. And I've got scratches on my knee and my leg, on both of my thighs, near my knee, and a couple actually on my left kneecap. I've no idea what that's about. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, for like the first 2 months when I actually did show up, Me, Jamie, and Thomas played Rocket League on college computers because there was Epic Games on them. They had Epic Games on the computers, so we just played Rocket League all lesson. Unless we had an assignment, then we would do the assignment, and then we'd play Rocket League. It got to around November, maybe October. So it must have been less than 2 months. I think it was round about late October, maybe November, where Thomas changed course. Me and him are still close. We still talk regularly. But he went on a new course and we talked a little bit less. Me and Jamie actually started getting his PowerPoints done because I wasn't distracted by fucking Thomas's stupidity. But lately, well, October was good because it was Halloween. I did Jotaro. November, I'm not too sure. I don't think anything really happened in November. December, obviously Christmas, even though I was ill over Christmas. So almost all of Christmas Day, I slept. I literally slept from around 12, maybe 1, 2 p.m. And I slept through to about 10, maybe 10:30. Went downstairs, it was just me, my mum, my nan when I woke up. Because I always spend Christmas at my nan's house. But I do worry that when she moves house, there's not going to be space for me and my mum to stay over on Christmas. And I don't like that idea. I already don't like that she's going to be moving house. I get it though. It's a 3-bedroom house. Which is one of those bedrooms is being used as a tool room for loads of just random bits, tools, the dryer, all sorts of stuff in that one room. So 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a tool room, stairs, living room, dining room, a little foyer bit, obviously living room, front door, stairs to go up, obviously that's what stairs do. And it's got obviously the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, and a massive garden. It goes obviously from the front to obviously that way. Gates there. Goes all the way around the side of the house with a driveway and a massive back garden. A big back garden. A big useful back garden. So I get it. It's a big house. She can't live in it on her own. It's a big house for one person. Anyway, obviously she wants a bungalow or a ground floor flat. For you Americans out there, that either means a 1-story house, or a ground floor apartment. And she's happy with that. Wants easy accessible bus route. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, December I was ill all over. I was ill all Christmas Day, and I was feeling sluggish on Boxing Day. Um, but yeah, this year has been eventful so far. But I'm not telling you about my year until 2027. Not like I'm gonna remember fucking January anyway. Anyway, this is another long video that I can guarantee no one's gonna watch to the end, because it's a shit show. My channel. No one's gonna sit here and watch me talk at a camera for fucking long amounts of time, like it's a fucking one-way podcast with no editing, no gaming, no background music, no nothing. Just a fucking gimpy little 16-year-old boy talking at a camera because he's got nothing else better to do in his life. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.